I had a big feud with Lawler, man, in '77, and brother, it's still going. I could go to Memphis now with him, brother, man, you know, and pop it out, but with the King, but yeah, we had one, and it worked. It worked. First of all, I went in. I was working for Dick the Bruiser in Indianapolis, and Jerry Jarrett calls Bruiser and says that Lawler is going to start playing music now with Jimmy Hart. He's done everything in pro wrestling that he can. He says so he beat everybody. The week 2 weeks before this, what he did is he's putting his belt up, Southern Heavyweight Championship belt, for a round robin, and they need a heel from this place. I came in, they flew me in from Indianapolis just for one night in Memphis for the round robin, and they flew Bobo Brazil in from Detroit with the Sheik. They flew in Jack Briscoe from Florida. So 4 or 5 guys flew in, plus they had their regular good crew in Tennessee and for the Coliseum. And it's for the Lawler's belt. Lawler wasn't there, and whoever won the belt, you know, and then they go from there. Well, they brought in Mr. Wrestling, and Mr. Wrestling, God bless him, he was the one that was going to, I'm sure, be the champion. And the Mr. Wrestling I'm talking about was Dickie Steinborn, and which was a great grappler, man, and you know, and instead of Johnny Walker or Tim Woods, you know. So this was another Mr. Wrestling, and a good hand. So I go in, and first of all, I sent a interview from Indianapolis, and I start talking about, hey, you hillbilly, tobacco spitting, chewing, wick raising kids, you know, with the you young welfare, you're trash, this one horse town of Memphis, Tennessee. I'm from New York City, baby. You know, the big light, the big apple. Hey, I'm gonna come in there and kick everybody's can, man. I'm gonna take that belt, take it back to New York. You'll never see Handsome Jimmy again. And I just put all the Tennessee people down, James. I just drove them down, just hillbilly, toothless, you know, and all you old hags, and you know, there's not a pretty woman, big people, just whatever, and like green teeth, if you had any teeth, and I just went on and on about the people. Well, here's the funny thing: I was born in Tennessee. People didn't know it. I was born. My cousins, and we come from a big family. My mother's side, we have 12 brothers and sisters. She did. So look at all the cousins I got there, and uncles and aunts. And on my dad's side, there were 10 because they were all raised on the farm. And I was born there, and I'm a Tennessean, and I'm talking about all these people and you know, putting it down. And I love Tennessee, man. My people's there. I was born there. But but this is business. So I sit that in. We overnight it, you know, and sent the tape in, and they played that on that Saturday and Sunday. So Monday's Memphis now. So Memphis is Monday, and here we come in, and 2 weeks before this happened, Lawler beating everybody for the belt, and that's why he retired. He said, I can't go nowhere. I beat everybody, so I'm going to start playing music with Jimmy Hart, and he did a record, and they're going to, you know, start going on the road. So 2 weeks before that, superstar Billy Dundee, he was the number 2 hottest star in Memphis, right next to Lawler. Well, he put up his hair, he put up everything, and now it came down to his hair against the belt. And Lawler beat him everything for everything, cars, whatever he put up. And then so it was his hair against the belt. Well, people said, well, he'll win now, and every week he's beating Lawler pillar to post, but Lawler comes out and gets him some way, and so he beat him and he shaved his head. So Billy Dundee, their number 2 hottest the talent there is had a head shake. Well, the next week, the week before I came, and this is when Lawler stopped. We quit and put the belt up for the round robin. Dundee puts his wife's hair up against the belt. Now people said, "Oh, now he almost beat him last week, and surely they're not going to shave his wife Beverly and her hair." So man, they have the match. Boom, boom. He's beating him. Lawler, boom. All of a sudden he slips in. Boom, does something. And 1, 2, 3, and they sit down and shake her head. So National Lawler says, "I've done everything in this. I'm going, blah, 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 blah." All right. So here I come in now. And just for one shot, man. All of us, Bobo and Briscoe and whoever else. But why I say that, I think it was Dickie Steinborg was staying. He was coming into territory. I was going back to Dick the Bruiser, his territory. And I just came in for one night. So I go in and they put me and Dundee on first. And there were so many matches and that everything was a 10-minute time limit until the 2 final came in for the championship. And then it was 60-minute or whatever, 30-minute, I don't know what it was for the title. So because they had so many matches, so around robin. And when you lost, you're gone, but you come back. Okay. Well, they put me in Dundee and they tell me, now this is the top wrestler here, he just had his head shaved and bop, bop, bop. And so I look at him across the ring, and I didn't know him, and I've been up in New York, been up everywhere, brother, man, for Gagne, AWA and WWF and all that. And so I said, okay, and that's cool. And I said, so I look at him and, well, this is your top guy. So what I'm looking at is, to me, is Dick the Bruiser. See, I'm seeing my mentor or my guy from where I'm working. And because I fly, man, I flew for, so man, I flew for Dundee. Boy, man, oh man, I did the gimmick with the coat, wouldn't get it off, and I'm bop, bop. And then we started, boy, and he's whopping me, and I'm flying over the top rope. I'm selling, I'm doing everything. Then I got the heat on him. Boom, 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 boom. And 10 minutes, boom, bell rings. So we went through, called Broadway. We went through Broadway, 10 minutes. So Paul Morton, which is Ricky Morton, Rock and Roll Express, his daddy, he was the referee. So he brings us to the center, and it's a 10-minute time limit. It's a draw. So he takes the coin, he flips it, and Dundee calls, and heads or tails, whatever. They looked at that. Oh man, he lost. So he's good. He stays good, and I win. So I win. Boom, boom, boom. I go back. They bring me back, and I beat someone else. Then bing, bing, and maybe another time. I know I got a bye one time. I didn't have to wrestle one of the circuits, and finally I came back against Bobo. Bobo and Mr. Wrestling came back against Briscoe. And these were the semis. First of all, when I came back there, I wouldn't have went that far, see? When I came back, Jerry Jarrett pulled me, handsome, come in here, get in here. And he brings me in, he says, what's the chances that you can come back next Monday? Because they run Memphis Coliseum every Monday. What's the chances you can come back, brother, next Monday? And I says, man, you got to talk to Bruiser, man. I said, hey, I just came in for one night, and he says, yeah, I know, but what's the chances? What? I said, well, the chances are good, but you got to okay it with Bruiser, you understand? Because I says, he has nothing ever going on Monday. We have no card, no house show on Monday, like you all have. But I says, Tuesday at 9:00, I gotta be in Indianapolis, and I gotta do interviews all day for our interviews that we put in interviews on every town, every city for the bicycle go around, and all them interviews and all day. And I says, but it's good, but you got to okay it with him. He says, okay. So that's when they took a chance that Bruiser's going to stay good and bop, bop, bop. And so I made it to the semi, and I beat Bobo, and then Mr. Wrestling beat Briscoe, slipped over some way, you know, bop, bop, and I slipped over some way on Brazil. And so we come back in the main event for the 60 or 30 or 45 time, whatever it was. And so we're going, bing, boom, bing, that, bop, whatever. And finally, some way, I don't know what I did. I hooked his ties and put the feet on. I don't know. I beat him. I cheated. I beat him. Boom, boom, boom. Got the hand up. Boo. And I took the belt and I said, you hillbillies there, brother. You'll never see Handsome Jimmy again. You'll never see this belt. I told you I was going to beat all you hayseed, you know, just 1, 2, 3, like nothing, like child's play, man, you know, and boom, and I leave. Well, when I get back, you know, and I got the belt, I'm their heavyweight champion. And so I do an interview for their next TV Saturday. They did live every Saturday. And so I tell them, you know, I says, hey, you know, I changed my mind. I says, you know, this was fun, man, to come to see this, all you hillbilly people, man. And I says, you know, I'm gonna come back one more time, man. And it don't matter, brother, man. You know, hey, just it don't matter who, you know. And he said, well, you're gonna wrestle Mr. Wrestling. And I said, that's fine. Hey, boom, I signed it. I'll be back, but this is it. I'm not coming back no more, brother. So that was it. So then Lawler comes out and he says, y'all, he didn't even mention me. He says, y'all, I'm going to come next Monday and we're going to sit up in the back of the stage and I'm going to sing my hot new singles record with Jimmy Hart and the Gentrys. And they had the Carver sisters, McCarver sisters there. They were just young teenage girls from Memphis, local people, but they were really good. And they're going to have him sing his hot new song, and Jimmy Hart, he's going to sing, you know, and all this. So at halftime, it's going to be a free concert, and then you won't see me again because I'm going on the road and with my record. So that's good. So here, well, of course, the round robin sold out. Of course, then this sold out, and with Lawler, we're going to do a free concert, and everybody, you know, man, they were just all over, man. Yes, because he was a heel, you know, shaving Dundee's head and all that, but they switched him right there, and now he's such a big favorite. And oh, don't go, Jerry, you know, because he's been there so long. He's the king, man. And so he did. He's going to have the concert and all that. Well, just as Jimmy Hart is you know, started to warm up. Hey, you know, are you know, you all ready for the king? Are you all ready? You know, and this was in August, right after really the king of rock and roll passed away in like August. This was 1977 in August, and he passed in August 17th. So it was about that time, and so, but this is the king of wrestling. Are you ready to hear his hot new single? And there, boy, he's almost got him really popping. But here I come out. So I come out instead of the Lawler. I got my shades on, and they got the black lights all lined up, man. And man, my hair's blonde, and it's just, man, it's just glowing, you know. And boy, I adjust my shades, and at that time, James, they had a real hot song out, and it was by the Gentry. I mean, by Gentry. It was by the. It was called "You Took a Fine Time to Leave Me, Lucille" by Kenny Rogers. Yeah. At that time, okay, and it was a hot song, man. It was really hot, and it's like a hillbilly song. See, I said, so I said, you know, nobody wants to hear Lawler sing, man. Everybody wants to hear Handsome Jimmy from New York, the Big Apple, sing, you know. And I said, in fact, I'm gonna sing a hillbilly song for y'all. You know, because you can't understand no other song. And I turned, you know, to the band, and they're froze. And the little Carver girls, they just, oh man, they're crying almost. You know, they don't know what to do, and the band don't know what to do. And I said, do you all know it takes a fine time to leave me, Lucille? You know, and all by that time, here comes Jared, and here comes the security and the Memphis police and everybody, Eddie Marlin and everybody. Handsome, this ain't your time. This is Lawler's time. You're only here to wrestle, so you're going to have to leave. And you know, and I shredded my hair and my jacket and my glasses, you know, and I said, well, I didn't want to sing for these hillbillies anyway, you know. and yeah, so I was just easy to know. But funny story, you know that song, "You Took a Fine Time to Leave Me, Lucille." The truck drivers used to sing that, you know, and they'd say, you took a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. The truck driver. But anyway, so I go on off, and here comes now Hart really pumps him up. He's pumping. Hey, are you ready for the king? Are you ready to rock and roll? And are you ready for Jerry the King? And man, they're just going exploding. And here comes the king out, and bing, bing, and him and Hart sung a song together. And then and he was playing the guitar with Hart, and he's sitting on a stool, and he put the guitar down behind the stool, and I'm at the side wings looking, and then he said, well, I'm gonna sing my new the hottest one that I just did, you know, by my single. And they got that revved up, and they're really rocking and getting it going, and he starts to sing, and I come running out, boy, and I kick over a couple of them big things with the band, speakers, the big speakers. I kicked him, brother, man, and knocked over a couple kids, man. I did the band boys. Oh, the little girls, they just froze, and I yeah, God bless them. Hey, one of them finally married Jerry Lee Lewis, the killer, you know. And managed them for quite a while when she became a woman, you know. But they were just little girls, and so I come out and I grab the guitar and boom, I hit Lawler in the head, and it just exploded, brother. I took the neck and bang, and he's bleeding and thing, and here comes the car, here comes Jerry, here comes. And man, and boom, and they get me out of there. They got me out, and oh my goodness, Lawler's laying there, and all the mess and filming, and you know, he says, "Oh, what are we gonna do? We got to find him. We got to." But you know, they're not going to give money back, you know. So the match is going to go on. So anyway, I knew that. So I go back and get back anyway. I come out the main event. And all of a sudden, I beat him again, man. I screw him some way, and boom, boom, boom. I'm the champ. And I says, I'm going back to New York, baby. Forget it, all these guys, man. Hey, this is garbage down here. Nothing happening here in this town for Handsome Jimmy. So then I did the interview, and I says, he said, Jimmy, Lance Russell says, you got to come back one more time. You got to defend this title, you know, you got to, you know. And I said, well, I've already beat this masked guy. He says, well, it'll be somebody else. We don't know who, but it'll be somebody. And I said, okay. I said, I'm coming back one more time. And I said, and listen at me, man, this is it. One more time. And I said, I don't care. You can get Mickey Mouse or Andre the Giant. I don't care who you get. I'm going to beat him right in the square, and I'm going back to New York. And what they would do was, as soon as Memphis was over, I'd do that interview. They'd shoot me right to the airport. I'd take the red eye back to Indy so I could be there to do the interviews all day the next day. See, so they had everything covered for me, and they'd fly me in there and there. Okay, so then the whole show, the whole hour was who can we get to beat him and get him, you know, out of here, you know, we're sick of him. We don't like him, you know, he don't like us. We don't like him. And so, man, they got all their big stars there, and they're throwing out all kinds of names from all over the country. Well, you know, and I got an open contract, and it don't matter. The whole hour was spent, who's going to wrestle Handsome Jimmy? And then, I mean, the last 10 minutes, out comes Jerry the King Lawler. Boom. He says, forget the music. I'm postponing. I'm getting rid of this guy for all our good, great wrestling fans here in Memphis. And this would go to, of course, Indiana. Indiana. It'd go into Kentucky. It'd go into Missouri. It'd go into Arkansas, Mississippi, and the whole loop. Everybody's seen this, the Mid-South. So here comes Lawler, brother. And it was signed, sealed, delivered. I come in, boom, sell out, boom. And me and him, we went on a 6-month, every Monday, man. I wrestled him in every type of match you could think of. I mean, from hair match to lumberjack to tar and feather, you name it. I don't care what kind of match that comes in. And brother, they could come up with matches in Tennessee. We wrestled, and then we started doing tags and doing this and doing that. And I was with them for like 6 months, man, just straight through, and it was just the hottest thing, man, ever do. So I don't know how we got going on this, but it was a good deal, I just went in for one day, brother, and I'm still going. And Lawler just called. He's got some kind of casino going on and that and this, but I don't go far no more. And I said, Kingfish, I love you, brother, but I'm just staying close to home. Now I've wrestled almost 60 years, James, and I probably stayed half my life, honestly. 30 years I slept in a hotel, So now me and my lovely wife, Angel, we're in our dream home, and I get to sleep every night, no matter what. So I'm very, very, very pleased.